in this Road to Lockdown match is a tag team bout simple ball. And introducing first, the team of Jacob, Fatu, and 1/3 of the GCW Trio Champions, Roman Reigns. And their opponents, the team of Jon Moxley and 2025 Mr. Money in the Bag, Seth Rollins.
As you can hear, throughout this entire crowd is a mixed reaction when it comes to Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins. I don't really blame them. I'm a bit iffy myself about that man being Mr. Money in the Bank for this year. But right now, he's got a lot more on his plate because he's going one-on-one with the Samoan werewolf and Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fans are happy that Roman didn't get the briefcase, but also we've heard what Rollins was saying at the press conference to JTM, as now he's holding on to the rope.
Yeah, Seth Rollins, he thought better of that. It takes a lunatic to get in the ring with Jacob Fatu. Luckily for Seth Rollins, he knows somebody, and he just happens to be his tag team partner for tonight.
Yeah, now these two going at it. These two will find themselves in the cage of death at Lockdown for the Extreme Championship. So we're getting a little bit of a preview.
Yeah, never in my wildest dreams would I imagine this day and age that Seth Rollins and Jon Moxley would team up against Roman Reigns and his bloodline, but that's the reality that we're living in right now. It's pretty surreal if you ask me. And now Roman Reigns trying to put his nose into the business of Jon Moxley and Jacob Fatu. I would say it didn't belong there, but this is a tag team match, so anything goes in that matter.
Yeah, you can't blame Roman too much here as Moxley is hurt on the outside. But there comes Jacob Fatu.
Now Jacob Fatu flying through the ropes, but he gets caught by Jon Moxley. X-Plex onto the freaking floor!
My God, and now Fatu gotta be hurt. This man can take a lot of pain, we've seen. But
that's good old Mox for you. Whenever he needs to, he can get just as vicious as Jacob Fatu and then some. But Roman Reigns getting his licks in, all right. And now Seth Rollins from the springboard! Meteora, no! It looked like a Meteora, but it might have just been a good old-fashioned knee to the face of the Tribal Queen.
Yeah, I think it was that knee that he usually goes for inside the ring. Now with an even higher height and bigger impact, you would assume there, as now he's taking his attention to Jacob Fatu, but he counters.
Oh, spine first into the apron goes the Messiah. And now the werewolf sniffing blood, getting ready to eat. And tonight's menu has Seth Rollins all over it, all right. I don't know if that's a pause moment or not, but Rollins able to duck out of the way. Moxley from behind with that vicious lariat to the back of the skull of Jacob Fatu. As Earl Hebner trying to gain some order in this match once again as we get things back inside the ring.
You know, Mox looking for the pile driver, but Jacob Fatu holding on. And a back body drop. Nicely done by Jacob. And now Roman Reigns and Jon Moxley, ladies and gentlemen.
And this whole time, it seemed to me that Jacob Fatu was doing all the work. And now it's time for the Tribal Chief to live up to his name by going head-to-head with a former Shield brother of his. And these guys, they have a lot of history together. I remember that fateful day. I think it was the first time that Cage of Death was introduced, or at least during my tenure here in GCW. Jon Moxley, oh my God, I thought he was about to walk away with the win there. Knocked him straight out. Shades of Eddie Kingston with that back fist of the future. But they kicked in the midsection. Does Rollins? Oh no! What a shot to the back of the head. And now a cutter. Immense courtesy of the Lunatic Fringe. And now Roman Reigns has the guillotine deeply locked in.
Yeah, that got him the win at Money in the Bank with Rey Fenix. And now also, of course, in the Cage of Death back in the day, Roman put Jon Moxley in the guillotine.
Yeah, this is just like that Cage of Death match, but look at this! Springboard blockbuster assisting Jon Moxley! But Jacob Fatu quickly to dispose of Rollins, but Moxley might have just disposed of the werewolf with that paradigm shift.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And now the innovator of unscripted violence has his eyes set on the former GCW World Champion, but Roman Reigns knocks his block off with that clothesline.
Yeah, that was vicious and needed for Roman. It's now
Roman off the ropes looking for a spear. No, what a knee by Mox. But Roman Reigns bounces off the ropes, hits a Superman punch.
Spear,
but John Moxley is still on his feet. Spear, no! Headlock driver as a counter to the spear.
These two know each other so well, and what a counter it was by John Moxley, and now both men are down.
Yeah, this is anyone's ball game right now. As Seth Rollins and Jacob Fatu finally get back up to their own 2 feet. Now eyeballing each other. One could only wonder what sick and demented shit that is going on in Jacob Fatu's brain. Come on. And now John Moxley looking to put an end to Roman's reign here. Come on.
He wants to choke him out. That would be...
Trying to goad him into tapping out. But Jacob Fatu with that thrust kick off the face of Mox. Breaks that submission hold up. And Jacob Fatu just using his own body as a weapon anytime he can get it. And now, dive by the Messiah takes out the werewolf.
And I think the head of Fatu hit into that barricade hard. That was a loud crash, ladies and gentlemen. It's now, oh no!
He might not have gotten all of it.
Yeah, he didn't have all the distance, but Rollins.
But it was just enough to deter John Moxley.
Oh my God!
The curb stomp and turned Rollins inside out.
Uh-oh, and now the tag. He turned Rollins inside out, and now here comes Fatu.
Now Jacob Fatu.
Uh-oh.
Looking to shock the world, looking to make a memorable GCW moment. What a mighty moonsault! Oh! Seth Rollins able to get out of the way.
Right in position.
And now Jacob Fatu is in harm's way. Curb stomp incoming. No!
What a counter!
By Fatu!
My God, this man is insane.
I thought for sure Rollins was gonna get the win there after hitting the curb stomp. But Jacob Fatu showing us all that brawn beats brain in this instance. Mighty moonsault once again. Lands perfectly onto the spine of Rollins. And Roman's werewolf wins the day.
What a recruit this has been for Roman.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners. The team of Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu.
And there we see these two will meet again in the Cage of Death coming up at Lockdown.
Yeah, let's not forget John Moxley and Jacob Fatu are on their way to the Cage of Death, possibly to dethrone Will Ospreay and gain the Extreme Style Championship. And not only that, it's Trios Championship time with the rematch for the century. The Blackpool Combat Club trying their hand again against the Bloodline for Trios Gold.
Yeah, and this time in the Lockdown cage, so there's no interference on the road to Lockdown, ladies and gentlemen, coming up.
Lockdown is shaping up to be a night for the record books.